Welcome back to the South Coast, or welcome to the South Coast if it's your first time here. I say the South Coast, as you can probably tell from behind me, we're at Wembley again. It's Community Shield, which, honestly, massively glorified friendly, but either way, you are going to see us play Arsenal, because we're playing Arsenal today because they won the league and we won the cup, beating Arsenal, of course, and our first game in the league is away to Arsenal. It's been an interesting summer. We've made some signings. We've tried to get rid of a few people. We've succeeded in getting rid of one or two people. And we've been fighting a few fires because obviously we've got a lot of good young players that other people are starting to sniff around. So, let's get on and see what's actually happened. Let's go to the transfers section. That's a scout we're looking at getting. We've got some scout vacancies, so we're just looking at getting them in. Now, we have to nip back to last season just so we can see what's happened here. Now, Bella Kotchap has gone. You probably remember me talking in the cup final about the fact that he was probably going. And yeah, 34 million to Man City. He didn't want to be here anymore. Fine, we'll take that money. Gagliardini has gone. 5 million to Wolves. He just was slipping down the pecking order. So we thought we may as well cash in now while we can rather than losing for free in the summer. Brandon Charles is a youngster who was never going to make it. Hoyland is a youngster who we're hoping might make it. He's out on loan getting some experience. Matthias Sabaldo, who we signed a few years ago and he never quite got to the level we were hoping for. Now, Sebastian Chuka, we might as well deal with him now because he's on this side as well. He is a Romanian wonder kid, left winger, or potentially, if we can teach him to tackle, left back. But, I mean, you can see there, lots of lovely green numbers, fantastically good, 19 years old. Only cost us 4.5 million. And you can see from his value already, he's worth about 60 because, you know, he's in England now, which immediately pumps the price up for no apparent reason. But we did say that they could have him back on loan for the rest of the season because we weren't going to be able to find a space for him, really. We're fairly well stocked. We've got Sheldon Rapanaribas on that left wing. And left back, we've got Valeri, we've got Ridvan Yilmaz, and we've got Juan Larios, who may or may not be on his way out the door. We've got a loan bid in for Larios at the moment. So we might not have him available this season, but we've got two good left backs. But Chuka was too good to miss out on, basically. Now, you can see here, obviously, Callum Window was one of our last signings. He, of course, got bent out of shape, not being able to settle, etc., and wanted like a former teammate or a compatriot. So I signed two compatriots, Robin Lenormand and Maxime Esteve, both centre-backs, both French. Lenormand is now our record signing. And yeah, Callum Window has calmed down. He's saying, yep, I'm happy, I've got, you know, French lads here. And to be honest, in pre-season, he has been absolutely lethal. He scored 15 goals in 6 matches. Admittedly, quite a few of those against Tadley. But yeah, he has been banging them in for fun against inferior opposition. So that's the signings we made before the season ticked over. The only one we've made since is another wonder kid, Alex Navalon, who is right side this time. And yeah, again, basically too good to get turned out. Again, we only paid 6.5 million for him. He's already worth 40. So, young Argentinian lad. And we will be looking at a few more because I want to get some under 18s ones in so that we can train them and they'll become homegrown at club, which is going to be important for Europe in the years to come. And the plan for future seasons is going to be to try and sign 5 or 6 of them per summer. We can get in the under 18s, gradually bring them through, and really try and cherry pick some ones, especially in positions that we haven't really got people coming through in, to try and keep that rotation of quality players just constantly coming through who are homegrown at club. Hopefully. Now, a few more outs. Lewis Payne, again, youngster that you'll have never seen probably. $500,000 for him. Harrison Ashby left on a free. Brian McKinnon, who we did sign a few years ago, but he never quite again came to be what we were hoping he would be. Bill Barry, another one of our homegrown youngsters who just wasn't good enough. Lekovic has gone out on loan to Bournemouth. Again, you won't really have seen him. I'm hoping he is going to be the genuine. I mean, he's not that far off being a very good player for us, either at centre-back or half-back by the looks of things. And then Manu Morlanes, who you'll probably remember me trying to sell last summer and I couldn't get anyone to do it. So we sent him on loan to Celta Vigo. This year we've got, well, 9 million up front, rising to 10 million. He's off to Switzerland and we're glad to have him off the books because he just wasn't, again, another one who had fallen so far down the pecking order. Talking of people falling down the pecking order, if we look at the squad, Marco Verratti, you can see, is transfer listed and loan listed. No one's coming in for him at the moment, probably because his wages are obscene. I think he's out of contract. No, he's not out of contract anytime soon. So we might be living with those wages for a while unless we can convince someone to take him. And Joe Aribo, who we did sign to a new contract, and I'm kind of regretting that now because, again, I've got no real place for him. Now, I said about fighting fires. We've had, I think it was Chelsea, came sniffing around and gave us an offer for Romeo Lavia. And I had the option to try and sort of see what it would take to keep him. And as it turned out, $1 million or so pay rise. And he was already on like 4 million or so. So it wasn't that much of a percentage, in all honesty. And I was happy to do it to keep, one of our best players. So yeah, we did that. And there was another one, I can't remember who it was. Was it Jamie Lawrence? There was someone else. I basically had to do the same thing for. We got a bid in from one of the big boys, but we offered him a pay rise and they were happy to stay. So hopefully, like I say, with Kalimwendo now settled and happy, hopefully he'll play to his potential. We've still got obviously Vitor Roque. We've got a month left of this transfer window to survive, and Newcastle have just started flexing their muscles in the direction of Vitor Roque. We might have to fend them off. Now, there have been a few little changes to who plays where. Nianzou has taken over as our starting half-back because I wanted Kivior to move to centre-back because, again, you might remember me getting quite frustrated with Kivior giving the ball away in that half-back role. And it's a pivotal sort of role. It's like our route out. It sort of goes to the half-back. He plays it either sort of longer or into one of the more sort of creative midfield options. And Kivior just kept on giving it away. His passing is not really up to snuff. Nianzou is a better passer. We've also got Noel Aseko Unkili, who, again, not one you'll ever really have seen before because he's been out on loan. But he, as you can see, passing 16, vision 15, fantastic potentially in the role, great prospect. So, and another wonder kid. And yeah, so he's going to be our second choice, but he'll probably get plenty of playing time this season. Another little change we've made position-wise is Kang In Lee we are going to put in as our advanced playmaker now, because obviously Verratti has slipped down. I mean, Verratti's physicals, you can see, are just low and sinking ever lower. Technically and mentally, fantastic, but just can't really run anymore. So I did have Lo Celso as my first choice, but now I've decided that I'm going to use Kang In Lee, partly because we've got this Alex Navalon as an option now on the right, which is where Kang In Lee was. So we've got more depth on the right, so I could move Kang In Lee into the middle. All that said, that is basically okay. Well, we'll do that, and now we will do the other things that I do. Show the fullbacks onto their weaker foot. Show your wide players onto their weaker foot. Not that they've really got much in the way of weak feet in the first place. I mean, which one of those do you trigger the press on? Who of those is the more dangerous playmaker? Probably Odegaard, but we're going in strong and we'll leave it at that. So yeah, this is basically first choice lineup. Now, the other thing we've got in is Lawrence. Technically, probably shouldn't be one of my first choice centre backs, because what I wanted was a left footer on the left side and a right footer on the right side. Now, Lawrence is right. Well, actually, I think, have I got that? No, because we've got Lenormand on the left side because they're both right-footed, but Lawrence is so good from set pieces. So good. I mean, you've seen him last season. He scored an absolute hatful. He's got like 6 goals in pre-season. So I just want him on the pitch for when we take corners, effectively, because he's virtually unstoppable. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. No one seems to have batted an eyelid about the fans paying their wages, which, let's be honest, they don't. TV pays their wages. They know that. They're not stupid. Right, here we go. Back at Wembley again. So this is actually, theoretically, back-to-back games against Arsenal at Wembley, and will actually mean that we'll play 3 straight games against Arsenal across the bridge of the close season. Oh, go on, Moreira, unlucky. Oh, nice stuff, Lenormand. That's what we signed you for. He is a solid quality centre back, so I was happy to splash the cash for him to get Calimundo happy. Oh, that's not what you're there to do. You're there to keep the ball, although that was dribbling rather than passing, and they didn't really make much of it. Apparently that was on target. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, knocking it about like that, are we? Well, we seem to have let you out, basically. We let you play your way out of there. We could really have, I don't know, would pressing harder have got us anywhere there? I don't know. We're kind of back in position. Zinchenko's got all the space in the world. Okay, do you reckon they'll ever let us touch the ball again? Not sure they will at this rate. Oh, that's a hell of a strike, isn't it? Let's dish out a bit of encouragement. Right, excuse me, just having a coffee to keep myself awake. Right. I mean, they are the league champions. We should be expecting a tough game. Although we did completely outplay them in the cup final, didn't we? So, or the one you watched. Who knows whether we outplayed them that much in the one that actually is recorded as the actual game. Canyon Lee, oh, not really sure he's particularly great in the air. Oh, hello, this highlight apparently is not over. Oh no, now it is. Okay. Bloody Scalvini. Sorry. I have received complaints about how much I say that word, so right, let's demand some more, because we're not doing a lot. We're not having one of our better days. Andreas, not today, son. You've been good all pre-season. Pick it up. Arribas will be sitting on the bench saying, why aren't I playing if you don't do anything? Well, there you go. Canyon Lee, oh, unlucky. That was better. Right, come on, areas. Lawrence, far post. That's where this has got to go. And, oh, Vitor Roque gets it in instead. They're all distracted by Jamie Lawrence, and Vitor Roque heads home the equaliser. Look at that. So worried about Jamie Lawrence, but this bloke just didn't bother. Oh, Ruben Neves. Well, there's a surprise. Not exactly the man you'd want covering someone at a set piece, is he? Not really what he's famous for. Okay. Seems to have stolen the ball back. That's a great ball across. Diego Moreira. Can't get the ball in. Oh, there we go. Lenormand. Oh, Lavia. Oh, hello. He's just giving it straight to him. Shoulder up. Oh, Andreas. I'd rather you'd tried it left-footed, son. And there is Ruben Neves. Oh, Karnaseki. Oh, yes. Actually, one thing that did happen as a result of keeping Lavia sweet was that he wanted to be made captain, which, of course, Livakovic was our captain. Lavia was already vice-captain. How do you let him score that? Oh, my word, that's terrible. How do you let him get to that first? There really is no excuse for this, is there? I mean, it's up in there. You could easily get to that. Oh, it deflects in off of... Is that Jamie Lawrence? Yeah, it deflects in off of Lawrence. That's basically the only reason you've scored, Arsenal. Anyway, so yeah, so Lavia is now our captain. Livakovic has been demoted from that. Complained about it, but when I went to speak to him about it, was like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. So like, well, shut up then. And frankly, Livakovic just doesn't get in now. Karnaseki is our number one keeper. And Livakovic is kind of only here because I promised not to sell him, which I've got to keep until February. Actually, that means we're going to have to keep him all season now. Right, I'm not overly happy with the performance. Yeah. Show me something else in the second half. Valeri, if you're going to look disheartened and you're playing that badly, get off the pitch, son. And why are my defence playing so badly? Why are you all bad? Right, Kivior, get on for Lenormand. You've been a disappointment today. It's not acceptable. Sheldrup's playing a bit better. Moreira's not having a great game. Let's put... I don't know how many subs I get in this. Is this a... Oh, there we go. 6 of 6. Okay. So... I have got a few more substitutions I can make. Right, well, I'm going to put Lorenzo on for Moreira. He's disappointed me as well. Right. Let's go. So yeah, and I had actually made Lenormand the vice-captain, which almost regretting at this moment in time after the example he's set so far. Oh, Andreas. Need to do acrobatics and flick it back across. I don't know. Worth a shot, surely. I mean, any worse than what he did. Right, let's demand more. I mean, honestly, are we that bothered about losing this one? Does anyone really care about winning the Community Shield? Basically, no. But it just would be nice not to start the season with a defeat, wouldn't it, really? Especially against a team you've got to play again in a week's time, who are going to be nice and confident because they've already beaten you once. Oh, put a bit on it. Oh, if you'd have put a bit on that, maybe we wouldn't have lost it straight away. I'm just saying. Just a thought. Oh, good save, Karnaseki. Thank you, game. I didn't want to see their passing network at all. I wasn't hoping to see if there was anyone would be worth closing down because they're the linchpin. No, I just wanted them to have the chance to score again before I could do that and stop anyone, you know, creating anything that I didn't want them to create. Right, can I do this now? Do you think? There we go. Right. I mean, a lot of it comes from those two there, doesn't it? Really. Numbers 5 and 12. Maybe we should close them down. Let's try it. Who are you? Saliba. Okay, let's trigger the press on you two. Okay, right. Confirm changes. Right, I want to demand more. No matter what happens on this highlight, I want to demand more. Oh! Is he on? No, of course he's not. Oh dear. Oh, come on. Really? That's offside now? Didn't look offside to me. Just out of interest, when's your birthday, Vitor? Oh, actually shares my birthday, 28th of February. Well, that's easy to remember. We'll have to remember, next time it's your birthday, we'll get you a copy of the rules, specifically the offside one. There's a number of times you get caught offside and have the goals disallowed. Right, let's get Lo Celso on. Shelderup has taken a dip and he's on a booking, so let's get him off. And Walker Peters is also on a booking, so triple substitution. That's our last ones. I'll tell you what, just let Saka run around you. That'll be useful. Okay, that's a decent punch. Oh, go on, Keanu. What is that? You're looking in that direction. You can see there is no red and white shirt up. Well, there are no red and white stripe. Southampton shirt up there. Let's say. Why would you play the ball? Go on, there we go. Arribas, you got in. Cut it back. Cut it back, you cretin. Oh, Jamie, what are you doing, son? There were 3 of you around him. You didn't need to do that. Play the odds and reckon on the fact that he's not going to take it around all 3 of you. Okay. Not quite sure what that pass was about. Right. I'm just going to try and... We're just going to try and push up a bit more. And step up more just for the last few minutes. See if we can put some pressure on them. Force them into a mistake back there. Oof, Karnaseki pushes it away just. Okay, there we go. Right, and demand more. I mean, honestly, we have been second best, haven't we, really? Let's be honest. I mean, to be fair, we probably should be second best. They are league champions at the end of the day. But I'm a little disappointed by how little we've actually threatened them. Although we have had more shots on target than they have, but yeah, well. Go on, Arribas. Hit it. Oh, it's been blocked. Come on. Give us time to take the corner. Jamie Lawrence. Where are you, Jamie Lawrence? Come on. Go on. Oh, he got to it as well. Oh, it would have been the last, well, not kick, but last touch of the game. Yeah, nobody wants to see them pick up a trophy that nobody cares about, do they? Let's be honest. Right, well, let's get them hyped up for revenge already. Disheartened? Yeah, well, you're going to be even more disheartened when I tell you that I don't like the way you played. Or you. frankly. Andreas, we need more consistency out of you and Lenormand. Yeah. Sort it out, Lenormand. You can be dropped, you know. Okay. Disappointing start. Turns out we've actually got Arsenal at home, not away. I thought it was away for some reason. Mixed bag of a start. I mean, we've got Arsenal, we've got Liverpool, we've got Tottenham in there. But we've also got some beatable sides. So it looks like it's a sort of not that bad a fixture list. Actually, we haven't got any nightmare runs of fixtures, certainly in the first sort of half of the season. I think what we'll do is we'll try and sort of push on, and maybe we'll come back for our first European game, because of course we're Europa League this season. We're in the group stage, but obviously that's some way from being drawn. It starts on the 17th of September, so we'll be a few games into the season, and we'll have played our League Cup second round game by then. Should we be in that? I thought you'd got to skip through to the third round if you were in Europe. But anyway, we'll figure that out. Thank you very much for joining me for what turned out to be a somewhat disappointing result and indeed performance. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time for Europa League action. Bye bye for now.